everyone. Welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mentions. I'm Marianne. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm extremely happy to be here with you. It is a gorgeous day, and I am going to be reading for all the signs for November, but I am finishing the last two today, and the first one I'll finish with will be the sign of Aquarius, the beautiful air element, the rebellion, the rebellious, the truth seeker, right? I mean, we love to communicate. We love to share information and to go back and forth and help as many people as possible, right? Aquarians, I know you well, and I've known many of you. And as a fellow air sign, I'm generally very pleased to be in your company, and we have a lot to talk about for sure. But today I'll mention a couple things. It's actually November 3rd, and I'm a little behind, and I apologize for that. Though whenever you watch this is perfectly good. If you're new, I'm a psychic intuitive medium that does tarot readings, and I incorporate astrology, numerology, oracle messages, and my beautiful chakra check information that's really important as well, which we'll go into in a moment. But I do want to say that I got a new phone, and it was a timely kind of thing I didn't expect, in addition to working full-time with my other jobs. So please forgive me. We'll get these out, and know, like I said, no matter when you watch, the messages will still be vitally important. And also, just to share with you just a couple things about this month that are pretty powerful. I'm not an astrologist. I'm an inspiring astrologist, but I listen to some that I have for a while now, and they're very, very knowledgeable, and they simplify things, which is good for me. And I will do the same. I tend to really want to just focus on the moon, the full and the new, and also just some powerful things that are changing, which is what I always like. Now, in doing my little talk with you, which I just opened up about to Capricorn, I hadn't said it before, but I do. I have a conversation with every sign before the reading, kind of an intro, and just letting you know that there was some guidance and some messages that I felt, and I will always share that with you. If there aren't any, I won't. It's all about being authentic with you, but I do know how to read the energies and messages from the tarot cards, and we will have a reading, of course. And so I just want to say that I felt, oh my goodness, with one of the biggest transformations that's happening for Aquarius, and that being the change of Pluto going from Capricorn into your sign for a long, long stay now. Now it kind of went back and forth, it was in your sign last year, it was back into Capricorn, and then this year it was predominantly with you, and then at the beginning of, what was it, September? The latter part of September, I believe. Yeah, it went into Capricorn again for the last time. Now, it's been in Capricorn since 2008, so that's 18, 19 years, and once again, it'll be in your sign, Aquarius, till 2044, I believe they said. Now, this is phenomenal. It's your energy. It's your time, and I love it, and I'll explain why. It's simplified. It is a time of innovation. It's a time of breaking away from tradition, from old ways of going about doing things. There's changes we've been seeing, little bits. It'll become the norm as far as finances and financial institutions, certainly. And well, the list goes on, so I don't want to get too involved in that. But it is about working with technology in ways we have no idea about yet. We've certainly heard of AI, and people get a little frightened, and other people think it's great. I have the same opinion about it. I don't know enough about it. I feel like it's going to bring out some phenomenal things. That's where I tend to lean and think in my life, and it just makes me feel better. I mean, to each his own, not trying to be judgmental in any way, just that there's this idea that the Aquarian energy wants to serve the whole, the collective, you know. It's about being in charge and working in groups and, you know, people working together more. For example, let's say, you know, more gardens are being established where we have community gardens, you know, for food that we know how it's being grown and the health aspect of it. Certainly technology and AI and ways to improve our lives in the positive. And then, I mean, the list goes on and on, things we don't necessarily know, right? We're hearing about it, you know, but I absolutely am thrilled. I actually have little goosebumps thinking about it because it's going to be such a different energy. And I know you've been feeling that, and I think it's phenomenal, and I'm excited for you. I also know that today on November 3rd, as it stands, we have the Venus, beautiful planet, the benevolent planet that's all about love and money and beauty and, you know, all the beautiful things that rules both the sign of Libra and Taurus, is in the sign of Sagittarius. And it will be through the 11th. And then at that point, it goes into Capricorn. So there's a whole different genre of energy there too. I don't know if genre is the proper word. I apologize. I come up with them sometimes. What I mean is they're both excellent for what they represent. Now with Sagittarius, that happens to be an extremely positive energy for you. Anyway, it's always been a very great collaborative energy with the air and fire combination. And so there's excitement, there's fun, there's new ideas, there's travel, there's freedom seeking kind of feelings. If you want to be more independent, this is your time to revel in that. Maybe taking a vacation, getting away. We do have Mercury that entered into Sagittarius. So that's really cool too, because any kind of conversations will probably evolve around what I just said. And it's holiday time, it's festive, it's a very optimistic energy. And I've always felt better in this time because it's a good thing. We had in the Northern Hemisphere, we did turn the clocks fall back. We turn them back. We have, you know, that extra hour, but we also have it turning dark at about 5:30 tonight. And, you know, it's just an acclimation that has to happen. It happens every year, right? In the fall. And I love that it was a little lighter in the morning. That worked for me. But so there's that happening. We have Leo, Mars, the planet of, you know, aggression and fire and passion and assertiveness and drive and, you know, just fiery energy, spirited energy. It's gone into Leo today. It went from Cancer, where it had been for a couple months or so. It's going into Leo. It stays in Leo for through February, because it goes into a retrograde in December, and then it goes back into Cancer, and it stays there through April. Mars is going to be a big heavy hitter for us. Now, when it's in Leo, it's about such big energy. Leo is the fire sign that represents leadership and confidence. They are the actors and actors, and you know, the drama is there. You know, I want to be seen and heard, and the shimmering lights and glowy kind of, you know, the ruled by the sun. The strongest, beautiful, biggest star in our universe, you know, and just the vitality. We feel it. We feel that enthusiasm, you know. I mean, I know when the time started to change and I felt my energy was really kind of zapped, that's going to change. And it definitely makes a difference between the emotional aspect that when it was in Cancer, because it wasn't all that comfortable, Mars being in Cancer. And then, of course, we are in Scorpio season. A lot of passion, a lot of watery influence. I've been very emotional, for better or worse. I'm just like, what is happening? And I remember where I am and what I teach. So I'm just like, calm it down. It's all good. It's all perfect, in fact. So there's some pretty beautiful energies, but there's also going to be some aggressive kind of really, you know, stay back, you know, try not to get involved. Try to pick your battles at this time. An election in 2 days. That's all I'll say about that. We'll find out what that means. Nobody knows until it happens. Also, the full moon, excuse me. The new moon happened on the 1st in Scorpio, so the intentions are there for digging deep, finding the truth. And my gosh, I had something happen yesterday. Will not talk about it. But a truth was revealed that was quite hurtful. And I was shocked. And the thing is I handled it in a way that I was very happy about. It had a great resolution. I'm all about fairness. I'm a Libra, you know, I'm an air. I want to be communicating about things if I feel a certain way. I didn't lose my cool. Nobody did. But the hurt was there, you know. Yeah, that happens during this time. So just kind of keeping things at bay if you can. And recognizing, you know, just sit and be at peace with yourself. Give yourself time to contemplate and, yeah, just take in things as best you can. I'm going to be starting this reading, though. For those that are new, I have a little format that I do. I am going to be choosing your chakra for the day as a chakra check. It's a color that coordinates with the actual chakras. They are the energy systems in our body. They help us to feel our fullest or most whole. They represent, you know, as we all are energy, the strength or the effectiveness of it. Sometimes they get a little blocked and we feel less powerful in that any particular area, which I'll explain a little more if you continue to watch my readings. They're essential to be balanced and to be our best selves. So that's why I like bringing this up. I'm just going to shuffle this under here. There are 8 in total, and I'll explain a little more. But I just remembered before I go on that I do this quite a bit. I apologize. I was saying I have conversations with all of my signs. But the one thing I wanted to say was I knew with the gloves that pink was going to be and had to be your color. It just came out so strongly, this bright, bright, vibrant, you know, shocking pink because, well, pink represents love too, right? And love is all-encompassing for everybody. We all want it. We all need it. We all ask for it, I think, in some capacity. Self-love as well. That's so much a part of all of it. But yeah, that's why I wore these today. And you'll notice that I do wear gloves. It is my trade now, and I'm having fun with it. And I'm going to hopefully get all sorts as the time goes on. But the pink was just so... It fits so well. I don't know if you're wearing pink. I don't know if you like this color, but it's just letting you know that you're shining right now. You really, really are. There's a bunch of heart-centered motivation coming from you. But the actual chakra, I'll just pull this up. Okay, is the solar plexus. The yellow, the brilliance, the Leo. Okay, so it's coming in real good for you. Wait a second, let me think now. I believe you're the polar opposition. Well, I can find out really quickly for you. I will be doing also I want to do a mini-series where I do compatibility, the basics between signs, and I hope you'll want to tune into that because it's something I've studied since I was 12 years old. Sure enough, your polar opposition. Right here, you've got Leo and then Aquarius. Now, these are how the eclipses run, and we just had the Aries, North Node, and Libra. So it'll always be with the sign they call the polar opposition because there's so many differences that we attract to each other, and we're always kind of getting that energy in some form in our lives. But also, it's the 6th sign away from each one. So coming up, when we finish the Aries, Libra, North, South Node eclipses, which we're still feeling the energy from, by all means, honestly, for months still, because we just had the last one in Libra on the 2nd and 3rd of October, and it's the 3rd of November today. So, but the next series is the Pisces North Node and the Virgo. Once again, polar oppositions, all about creativity and imagination and heart-centered, the watery aspects of ourselves. And then the Virgo, which is the grounded, the structure, the, you know, logical grounded energy, you know, so perfect, right? And this is why so many people that are polar oppositions tend to be together, because they offer each other so much. They grow and learn so much from each other from being so different. Anyway, so yes, of course, the solar plexus is coming through because, well, it actually happens tonight in the, you know, northern hemisphere, where this Leo Mars happens, and Mars, you know, goes into Leo, and it's on. It is on, and we're celebrating, and we're feeling so much more energy. And I know I can always use that, and I feel like you feel the same way. So let me read to you about this solar plexus right around here, just above the belly button, about our confidence and our need to just be able to feel that self-worth, self-love. It says, it's number 3, the third chakra up. My body and personality are in harmony. I am strong, confident, and centered. I know who I am and the purpose for which I am here. I mean, just saying that out loud feels so good. And sometimes I don't feel that way. And I know you can relate. And it's not often, but it happens. So this is to remind ourselves and to keep that beautiful chakra energy, all of our chakras, feeling their most vibrant and, you know, vibrating at the right energy that they should be at all times. And we have that help. You've got that guidance for you, you know, that's happening at all times in this beautiful mystical world of ours. So we're going to go on to then the actual crystal that comes with this whole little beautiful, well, this is a separate deck that I have. It's about color and the energy of color. It's so vital and real, and but I combined it with this because I got this gift. It's got all the crystals for all the chakras. It's got these beautiful little cards, and it comes with 2 necklaces, a black and a brown. The last reading was the red jasper, which has to do with our root chakra. Also very vital, right? And so going on, it says for the solar plexus, it's going to be tiger's eye. Oh, I love tiger's eye. And it's funny because, you know, Leo makes perfect sense, right? Tiger eye, it's definitely used for good luck. And it says confident, power, and purpose. Those are the key words associated with this beautiful solar plexus. Tiger's eye stone, I radiate happiness and positive energy. And yeah, when it's on the up and up, and you know, and there's the shadowy and the lighter side of every person and personality and energy, it's the best. It is the most. It's the best, happiest card to receive. Hopefully you'll get that in your reading today. But that's really beautiful. So let me put the tiger eye in the necklace to give us that much more energy during the reading, okay? Here it is. It's so pretty. And sometimes it looks like an eye. You can kind of see it. It's luck. It's beauty. And it has golden shimmery parts. There's so many different forms of tiger's eye. You might want to carry that with you for that very reason, and that confidence building energy it can create for you. So we'll stick this in here for a reading to add that extra bit of solar plexus energy. And then we're going to go on to the reading, which, by the way, is a little different this month. If you did watch last month's, you'll know what I mean. I will change up the layouts depending on what's going on and what my guides help me to decide. And this month I'm using a different deck as well, which I will also change. And this is the beautiful Evening Intuitive Goddess deck. And it's so pretty. It's beautiful illustrations. I have done a lot of shuffling. There were a couple of readings that had a couple of placements that were exactly the same. And I mean, it made sense. And it's okay if that's happening. It's meant to be. It's the messages that you need to hear. But let's see what's going on for you, beautiful Aquarians, for the month of November. If you're new to my channel and you like what you're feeling and the resonance is there, I would love you to subscribe and to like. It's such a beautiful gesture. It's going to help my channel. And I'm on a campaign to reach 1,000 subscribers by my Christmas gift time. And you can help so much. It's all free. You will not be inundated with, you know, a bunch of email, nothing of that nature. It's just supportive, and YouTube wants to see that, okay? in order to get places and do things and have your channel be established. So enough about that. Overall energy is going to be the first card. And I'll turn them over as I'm finished laying them out. So we'll have one at a time. The next one will be our relationships. These eclipses that happened in the Aries and Libra, well, it was basically all about relationships. I can't even begin to tell you in my own personal life with my readings that I do in person at my studio where I'm doing massage therapy for many years now. Well, it was all about relationships, and that's not normally the case. So it's very interesting, as you can imagine, that you sense and you feel, you understand what you're being told is happening and the energies that are coming for us. But sometimes you feel it, sometimes you don't. Many people felt there were progressions in their relationships, there were endings. It's what the eclipses do as well. The storyline's still going. So this is a message that has to do with that, and it could certainly have to do with any type of relationship, not just romantic, but we'll find out. And then also we have the next card, which is going to be your finances, your self-worth, your income, you know, what that means to you, you know, what's happening on the job front perhaps. If you're interested in looking for work, is it going to be conducive for the money you want? Then we have the possible outcome card, and we finish with what I call the wild card. A lot of times this wild card is pretty special because it can be all on its own a message that has nothing to do with the rest of the storyline and reading, but it also a lot of times has been very, very synchronistic. So let's see what it has to say. I'm also going to finish with a oracle message, which is always important, and I love oracles because they come in all different shapes and forms and divinations, and they're there to help us and guide us. And there's nothing better than that, right? And it's only a matter of a question away, or, you know, a request or asking, and you will receive answers, I promise, in all different ways. Dreams, people, music, readings, right? Overall energy, Aquarius, for November 2024. 8 of Cups. Wow. Well, this did come up before. I want to say it was at the very beginning. I almost feel like it had to do with Aries, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that. Feel free to watch your sun, moon, rising or ascendant, as well as your Venus, and I say Mercury. What I didn't mention is we do have Mercury going retrograde this month, in addition to all these other powerful things. The difference is that it's in Sagittarius, and that does make a big difference. It will be shadowy periods and stuff starting mid-month, and the actual Mercury retrograde starts. I couldn't even formulate that word. That's how it affects me. It'll affect our communication. And so many times I watch readers during it, and, you know, we do what we can, and we just keep it moving. But, you know, I lost my phone. I didn't have my phone. There's things happening. It's not even the shadow period yet, and I'm very sensitive to it, and it happens on the day of the shadow. I notice reschedules and all sorts of things, but it's all good, okay? It's just a time of relaxing and reviewing. Things don't come to us. We just sort of let things ride, and we see people from our past sometimes. We just review. There's a lot of reflection and reminiscing and that sort of thing too. But 8 of Cups, we are in Scorpio season, and it is, it's about emotion. It is. It's about letting go of the parts of your life, because Scorpio goes deep. They are a very intense sign. They are very much about their feelings. They want to know what it is that they have to do to release the things that aren't working, and they will do, and they will go very deep and very passionate and intensely to figure it out and either make it work or transform and move on to the next phase or part of their life, which is, it's important. I mean, we've transformed so many times in our lives, whether you have, well, we all have Scorpio somewhere in our natal chart, but if you have Scorpio placements or water signs, you will feel this and understand it more during the Scorpio season. This is water representing Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. And, you know, we had that first little hint of the new series of eclipses happening in 2025 with the partial lunar eclipse in Pisces, which was on the 18th or so, 17th of September. And that'll continue on for about 18 months. So that's going on too. This is walking towards the 9th cup, right? We're putting beside all the memories, all the sadness, all the loss, emotional turmoil, everything about that. And you're feeling strong. You've got the full moon here, and that's happening on the 15th in Taurus, which is an earth sign. The polar opposition of Scorpio. That's just how it works. The new and the full. It's just, they always work together. It's all so synchronistic in life. It's the beauty of the mystery and the mystical parts of life. And all you have to do is look up in the sky to know it's really, really happening, right? It's not just a bunch of woo-woo. So, but yeah, this feels really good. This is an ending of chapters. Mainly this feeling of rising above, rising and moving in the way and direction that you choose. So that's your overall energy, Aquarius. Maybe you can totally relate. And if you don't relate or resonate, sometimes it just takes some time. It's not something that I can say, oh, every single person watching this general reading of Aquarius is going to have. I don't ever believe that, and I never want to portray to you that that's what I'm doing. It's free will, but these are information and messages that could be utilized in so many different ways. Then we have the relationship. Could be romance, could be love, could be family, whatever. And you have the Three of Wands. Oh, I love that. This is the fiery, fiery energy of the fire signs. It's very rapid and abundant right now. And we actually, like I said, I think we start Sagittarius season, which is their solar return, birthday month and everything, starting on the 22nd. So I mentioned Mercury went into Sagittarius. I mentioned Venus is in Sagittarius, I believe. And Venus is all about our love and just that beautiful feeling. You just feel good. You feel like you're just at your best. And Three of Wands is growth. It's working with others. It's something you do all the time. You are somebody that wants to collaborate in en masse, to help the world. Not just the smaller, little sections and whatnot. It's big thinking, big innovative, let's change it up now for the best possible outcome. So yeah, there's a lot of ambition. Look at this beautiful burst of whatever it is. It's just like a celebratory, definitely energy. And that's where you're at. That's where you're at with your relationships. That's where you feel maybe with a specific person, friend, family member, you feel like you've come a long way and you work towards that. It's not all roses sometimes, but when you get past the more difficult times and move away from the situations and relationships that you knew weren't working, it just brings on so much more confidence and joy and self-love, right? Could be self-love. Maybe you're just feeling, whoo, because I've been around these people that lift me up and support me. I feel better about myself, and that relates to the third chakra yet again, right? I love it. I love this reading so far. Moving on to the financial card, which is that, or it could be whatever you consider to be wealth, which it's my health for me. Without it, I'm not able to work. I've been let back. I've had to stop my YouTube channel for way too long because of health. But the best part is we heal, we continue to heal, and we believe that, and it makes everything so much better. You have the Two of Swords for your finances. So, wow, well, there's the element of yourself as an air element. Also Libra and Gemini. Now, I didn't mention, but Gemini, we've had Jupiter, the benevolent planet, the expanding planet that, adds so much. It can be so beneficial and so lucky and so right place, right time, just amazing things happening, good fortune. That's been in the sign of Jupiter. It did go retrograde last month, but it does every year. it's more introspection now about your good fortune, and you're like recognizing, being grateful, allowing this gratification energy to just wash all over you, which then brings in more opportunity. It seems as though you have a couple of options for the ability to build your relationship. Here's the new moon. So something very prominent can come from this new moon in Scorpio, which of course lasts at least 2 weeks or more. And if you wrote out your intentions, all the better. Now it looks as though, I mean, this is where they show the little blindfold. So you're just making sure that you make the right choice. You're not going to be too spontaneous. You're going to really give it some thought. They both could be good offers. That's when it's like, oh, okay. Write out that list, pros and cons, whatever you have to do. Either one will be good and it'll be the right choice. I just wouldn't rush into it. And the communication should be good. Once you've made that decision, you are one of the best communicators in the zodiac. So know that could have to do with, this growth that I'm speaking of, maybe within your company, maybe a new title you're going to be receiving. It involves other people, definitely. There are a lot of entrepreneurial Aquarians. I know that is going to be a big theme during Pluto, which is about our power and our strengths and our, really being real and truthful about where it is we're going and what we want to do and how we're going to get there. So yeah, a lot of people are going to be doing YouTube channels and things and just coming out with just wonderful ideas to make money that are going to be very, very fruitful. And it will involve other people. Nothing wrong with that. It's nice to go solo, but it's really nice when you have people that are working in your corner. There is power in numbers. That's where that saying came from. Possible outcome. Mediation. I love this card. And you know what? Right now, for some reason, it's not too unusual. My memory is pretty good, but not always. It is the 12, and I'm not remembering that either, which is unfortunate. This is a beautiful card, though. To me, I look at it and I feel like it's that deep breath, okay, I feel calm. I feel like I can handle anything that I know is around the corner with the election or all the things that we understand and we're feeling the vibrations from, and the eclipses and all the stuff that's happened, and the new moons and the fulls, they all affect us in some capacity. But allowing yourself to be still, I'll read to you and find out exactly what that is again, because it's important. There's just this, let me see, a meditation. It's allowing you to do that, to take the time to be still and do that. But it is, like I said, 12. And I'm not remembering in my mind what that is in the Rider-Waite. Somehow, it just like escapes me. So let's get here and see what we got for you. And I just hope you have a beautiful month regardless, because we have Thanksgiving for those that celebrate. And I mean, that's about getting together with family and maybe coming up with ideas and inspiration. It is an inspirational month for sure. Okay, yeah. I like that a lot. Nope, wrong one. Almost there, folks. The Hanged Man. Okay. All right. Well, that's Pisces, okay? We just had that eclipse. Pisces, the Hanged Man. Okay, now the Hanged Man, it doesn't sound great, but there's nobody that's being hung here. What it really is, though, is actually a beautiful opportunity to meditate and to see life in a different perspective. It is a person, generally with the Rider-Waite Smith deck, hanging from a tree upside down, but in so much comfort. There's a glow around their head. There's that spiritual aspect. There's the reality that they're watched and loved and guided. And there's really a feeling of just like kind of releasing and letting go, let go and let God kind of feeling, right? Where you're just like, I trust. I don't necessarily know exactly the direction. I have these choices to make. And that's when you can sit and just let Spirit, kind of lead the way for you. It's nothing wrong with that. You're usually very independent and capable of everything. And I understand that about you, Aquarians. It's reality. It's true. You are a fixed sign as well, as is Scorpio and Leo, that, you have the predominance of with Mars now. But I feel like you're kind of just being a little bit more vulnerable. And that's a word that's probably not necessarily in your vocabulary, but it feels good when you are. Spending that time with your animals. I know you love animals. I know you do. Any Aquarius I've ever known likes them probably more than people. Downtime, okay? Trust. Possible outcome, okay? Allow that in. Different perspective. See things in a different way. They will be presented to you, and it'll be your choice. And then we have the wild card. So let's see what it says. 7 of Pentacles. Well, I just literally got this for Capricorn, and I shuffled really well. So this is the card that is about your earthly possessions. It is the money, the coins, the health, the body, the root chakra. Are you grounded? Are you feeling, comfortable in your body, in your surroundings? Are you recognizing how much work you've put into whatever you may be putting into? It could be working at home with your children or whatever it is. You could be retired, but you have this incredible garden. Anything you could see, touch, feel, all the senses are at play here when it's about the coins. And it could definitely mean a building of your finances for sure. It's not in that position, it doesn't matter. But really sitting and thinking, okay, I've done this so far. Am I happy? Am I content with that? Do I move forward where I am, or do I start something different? Once again, going back to the decision in the financial card position. So I don't know, but I like it because this is time for reaping what you have sown. It is the harvest time. It is fall, it's notoriously known for that. Making sure you're happy though. It's all about that. You have to be happy for you. It's not a selfish thing. I love that a lot. I love this reading. I love the ability to look at, you've got the cups for emotion and creativity and the sensitivity that's within you, even as an air sign that they say are so detached and everything. Well, you know how to control and compose yourself, but you have great emotion, and it's always been like that. And then you have the fire, the air, major arcana, and then earth. You've got a beautiful balance here. I'm really excited for you, Aquarius, and I hope that everything is turning out better than you can imagine. Allow the time. Know that retrogrades will slow things down, but it's only so that we can really sit, and when they go direct again, it's hitting the ground running. So enjoy that time off. Get a vacation. Most people take time off during the holidays anyway. I love it. I hope you love it too. I'm going to finish with your psychic, intuitive. No, that was the cards. I'm sorry. Psychic Tarot of the Heart. Don't mind me. It's a beautiful deck. It covers everything. It has the major arcana, the chakras. It's got it all. But it's love, right? It's all about love. And I'm just thinking, what am I doing right now? Am I mixing these up? Doesn't really matter because I have one upside down, one the They're not read by reversals. It just has a saying and a number for numerology. It covers everything, so I'll let you know. Finishing your reading. Thank you for being here. If you like what you see and you want to see more, come on back. Subscribe and like would be so beneficial for me as I'm wanting to reach that 1,000 subscribers for my Christmas gift. Soft sale here. I'll be back for you regardless. But it's a really beautiful gesture, and it's super fast to do, and it doesn't cost anything. Okay, so for you have find balance. Okay, well, we had a lot of that energy with Libra season last month and the eclipse in Libra, and, balance is essential with the chakras in every part of your life, work, play, family, independent, all of that has to be balanced in every single day of our lives. And when you are balanced, certainly in the chakras, but in all activities and all aspects, life goes so much smoother. I mean, just, here's a little wheel here. It's number 2, which represents relationships, because it's Libra and it's balance and it's equating to that. And by the way, the outer part represents the sacral chakra, which is Libra too. It's the sexual organ, but it's the sensuality, Venus, creativity, beauty, juices flowing, and feeling really vital and just whole, but balanced. I love that. I've not gotten this for any other readings, so wishing you the best. Thank you again for being here. Take good care. Come back and see me in December. Bye for now.